It's cool. Boom. Alright. So mirror, so first map Nepal, mirrored May Reaper except for the Brig. So that means that both teams do the exact same thing, except for the supports, except for the supports. Um, what do the supports tell us about how these teams want to play?
They want to play fast, and we want to play sustain.
Yeah, pretty much. So like Ana has a weakness of not being able to heal multiple people except for her nade. Mora has the weakness of the longer the fight goes, she doesn't want to be there. So they absolutely want to so we it's kind of odd, we want to end the fight quick because Mora doesn't want long fights. But we're running the Brig. They have the Lucio, so they can get in and disengage. So they should be getting the point faster, but they took the long way. If they want to, they can disengage. And their heals are going to be quite low over the course of this fight because Ana, once her nade is used, she can only hit one person. So, um, yeah, we want to get up close and we want to end this fight quickly. They want to get in the fight quickly, but it's like they want to. They're thinking more so get to the fight quickly, but stay in the fight longer and not take damage. So they're more ult oriented because they're either looking for the fat ante or waiting for Ana to get nano. So it's a it's a bit weird. Then they're not gonna play it like that, but that's what the comp tells you. Ana against Ana in Brawl is just a tad weird. It works. It's very common, but it's just weird in that uh, you can stay in the fight for a much longer time than our comp can, and the second they get nano, they win. Is what they're looking for. Um, so if they were playing this comp correctly, they would get in here and just kind of survive until Ana got nano, which will happen very quickly. Which is why it doesn't sound crazy. Ana will get nano this fight if we let them stay here for a long time. We can probably take a look at her ult charge after the first fight and see if that comes to fruition. But yeah, we wanna get in and hit them hard. A lot of W for us.
They're also on Rhine
They
Zone?
have Lucio.
They
I
have
think it's
May.
Reaper May.
May Reaper. What?
So I guess headshot. So this situation, we're down on our main heals. So you either leave, which we have Brig, so we really can't. So our best option is to end this fight now, right? Because with us not having a main healer, um, every shot that they put into us now sticks, right? Except for anything that Brig Inspire is healing up, which is a lot less than their Lucio Honor healing up. So it's everything that they hit is permanent. Every tick of damage is permanent. So if we just sit here and play fair, they win because they're getting healed up and we aren't. So you have to go make a play or leave. And since we don't have Lucio, we just need to go in and make a play. Um, which we do, but this is the mindset that the team needs to have. I could tell that the way we fight this, we're just kind of, still wanting to wait for our May wall win condition. But yeah, there's no more waiting. You find this May wall and you go now and go ahead and end this fight. You have to, or else you just lose overtime. So that should be our thought here. So yeah, TBK, in case you don't know, with the May Reaper comp, you're looking for um, the reason May is so good here because her wall fits both of these chokes, and her wall fits most of the chokes in the game. So you're looking for a May wall, hoping to separate someone, and then you run into them with your Brawl comp, is what you're looking for. When you don't have wall, you're looking to enable your Reinhardt by So like Mei, Ryan in this comp has like two off tanks, Zarya and the Mei. The Mei pressing M1 allows it doesn't allow the Ryan to swing, right? Because he's threatened of getting frozen. So the Mei is M1ing the Ryan and just being near, like just guard, like she's guarding the Reinhardt. And then naturally Zarya also guarding the Reinhardt. So it's like that's how you're looking to play this comp. You're supporting your Reinhardt and allowing him to get helping him get more pressure uh, and more damage in against the enemy team. Is how you at a basic level play this comp.
Gotcha.
And same thing whether you're like Brig or Lucio, you're again protecting your Ryan. If someone gets too close to your Ryan, you bash them or whip shot them away. Like you're just protecting your Reinhardt is how this plays. Um, in the neutral game here.
Okay.
All right, playing slow here. Find a wall. Find a wall. Run.
So both teams missed their walls. It's okay.
Run. Ryan dead.
Huge.
Reaper.
Yeah, you guys are just more aggressive than they were and ended up winning the damage war.
Reaper no Wraith. They're on us right here. Stay point.
Zarya's one. Got her.
On a main.
Ana.
Oh, drop wall.
Cool. So yeah, they're on it. Didn't
Alright,
do
hold
anything
point,
that
hold
fight. Is only
Or actually,
40%
choke.
charge.
Sorry.
But our Ryan that shattered because we enabled him.
Rip. I'm back.
I'm back.
Alright,
As
what
you
are they
can
gonna
tell,
have?
It's the team's favorite comp.
They're
They're
gonna
very good at it.
Probably
Someone's
nothing.
high ground here.
If anything, maybe May.
Yeah, May got some.
Reaper no Wraith.
Lucio.
Spam. Watch
Reaper.
out.
So the reason we want to hold choke is we have Mei, so we control every choke in the game. So like you're always looking for that win condition, right? You have to play around your team's win condition, which you can look at your team comp and figure that out. But the DPS usually are a pretty large part of how are we playing this comp. And so like you're picking Mei for the Mei walls. If you're not going to use the Mei walls, then you might as well swap off Mei. No, don't pick the hero just because it's the hero. The hero has a purpose and she has a utility, and Mei can cut off every single choke. So we hold the choke so we can get that win condition going for the Mei wall. And then after that, if that Mei wall fails, we look to just guard our Reinhardt and out brawl them with our bubble rotations and other stuff that the team knows how to do. So yeah, so I think
Your bubbles?
so we missed our Mei wall. Cool.
Reaper. Hold choke.
So the reason why the team's hesitating to go past this wall because they also have a Mei. So you have to respect that.
Hold choke. Low
So
shield.
all good so far.
May's left
Watch
side
the
here.
May spam. Watch
But
out.
in a second, we forget
Bubble.
about Mei wall,
Got it.
or at least we don't respect it.
He blocked. Lucio above.
We miss Mei wall again.
no
this
right.
time.
Lucio. Push through. Push.
So like the idea to push through isn't necessarily a bad idea. It's just realize that we're pushing through their win condition, right? So either you commit to it or you don't. One or the two. He says to push through. Whether you guys like it or not, he made the call. Do it. Right? We hesitated. Everyone hesitated, and we get split.
Push. Left.
Break.
We get split. That allows them to get an ante, and Anna's nade is basically an ultimate. It just wins the game.
Your glass.
Ryan. I'm
Reaper's
frozen.
getting close
I
out.
did not have wall.
Ryan's
I
half.
got the Ana.
Alright. They're gonna have Reaper and May.
Oh, no hesitation
They're
when
probably gonna have
You're going through a
Ryan
choke.
too.
it gets to May.
Alright. I've got my garage.
And,
God, you should have died there.
Alright, let's
I'm
look
gonna
to...
need help.
Huge stagger they got on you.
Okay. I'm left.
We're looking for Reaper ult, but we gotta
Back.
We gotta back.
Back.
Out for Mail. They might mail to zone choke here.
They use mail. Wait out, Auntie.
What are we looking for?
Back here.
We're looking for Reaper ult, but we gotta
Okay.
back.
Back.
We gotta back.
Back.
We gotta back, guys. We gotta back. Don't get
Yep.
paid. Don't get paid.
They use mail. Wait out, Auntie. Wait out,
What are
Auntie.
we looking for?
Back here.
We're looking for Reaper ult, but we gotta
Okay.
back.
So, again, a call was made to back up. Stop poking. This is just immediately back up, right? Nox and Taco, you're in front of your Reinhardt at this point. He said back, we back, right? We've already lost one. Anything else now is a stagger. So, like,
Back,
obey
back,
obey that call. Don't get mad
Okay,
at him
guys,
for
we gotta
yelling
back.
at you.
Don't get bait.
Like,
Don't get
that's
bait.
a serious offense right there.
You might as
Oh,
well
well,
run
I'll-
that back.
That is a very
backing.
serious offense to keep getting picked. Like, one of the team's
Hold
biggest
here.
issues is getting picked for no reason.
All right, we're back. Pressing.
I'm really low resource on this push.
Do we want to engage with
I'm
Rally?
lagging a little bit behind.
Yes, we are
Yes,
engaging
yes,
with
yes,
Rally
yes,
and then going for Reaper ult.
Okay, I must have missed that somewhere.
Alright, so we use rally, but what do we think the issue with this rally is right now?
Or not close enough to them?
Nowhere near them right now.
Oh.
Yeah, like again, half this rally is wasted because we're not even gonna close the distance to them. Only you get the speed boost. So like even if you're thinking about speed boosting the team, only Rick gets the speed boost. So like wait until we're actually in their face to
Press
rally.
now.
Like they're not even fighting us, right? Which is the proper response is to just kite the rally. And again, they have Lucio. We technically should never touch them with this
Ryan
rally.
on Ryan.
We've got
They
two
can just wait out this whole ult.
anti.
Reaper, 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 Reaper.
And they waited out the whole rally, so we got no value out that rally here.
Bubble, bubble.
Oh shoot.
Oh,
Laura misses the shatter and we lose.
Is this lost? We're lost. We're lost.
Yeah.
That's lost. That's lost.
It
Get out
happens.
of here. Just eye on point.
Okay, they're giving space as they push in, or as we push in here.
Your wall, and
Yep.
then we'll have freeze for the next attack.
Got it.
Their
Lucio-
right side.
It's okay, so they're down one. Let's just push on to point.
3, 2, 1, go.
Your wall.
Grab, 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 grab.
Nice, that's nice.
They counter grabbed here. Reaper, Reaper, Reaper.
I'm dead.
I'm frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Grab, 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 grab.
Attack. With let's engage with Coalescence and look for grab and Reaper ult so that we can get this point.
Alright.
And
Yep.
then we'll have freeze for the next attack.
Got it.
Their
Lucio-
right side.
It's okay, so they're down one. Let's just push on to point.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thing engage with Cole and find Reaper. Or engage with Cole and look for grab Reaper. That's fine.
Your wall.
Grab, 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 grab,
We
grab.
get the grab off.
Nice, that's nice.
Reaper goes in.
They counter grabbed here. Reaper, Reaper, Reaper.
So as far as executing the plan that we wanted,
And go.
this is like everything that happened is fine, right? So this is something that we also need to, learn as we go. And this is not something like in this like on our team, Rav's the shot caller. This isn't something he can't always predict because you don't know what else they're going to use. But it's so we use Cole.
Grab, 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 grab.
And we use graph, cool. So we're thinking it's like this is a fight win if they don't beat. So like we executed the plan,
Nice, that's nice.
but then they threw a kink in the plan, right? With beat. So that nullifies our plan out, right? So now if we still want to win this fight, now we have to do something else beyond the plan because our plan is executed and it's gone. They have beat now. We're probably not going to survive. They're probably going to survive most of the Reaper ult. We got the huge pick on the Ana. Like we probably win this if they don't Mei ult. Like they responded, right? So we have to respond in turn to their answer. So like this is just something that if Phantom's on the field, if whoever has an ult on the field needs to make this call, needs to realize this and like make the play on their own. Like because this is something that like when you pre-fight plan, it's just that a pre-fight plan. It's just something to get you guys going, and what you're looking for. But things change all the time. So if since they pop B here, it's very like Phantom. Like the best thing we could have done here is respond with mail afterwards because the beat came like normally you don't beat Reaper ult, but he actually he tossed the beat pretty late, which cancels out a lot of the Reaper because it's already got bubbled, which blocked a lot of the Reaper ult as well just by coincidence, and Ryan shield blocked by coincidence as well. So it's kind of like they blocked a lot of Reaper here. So they blocked a lot of our damage. So like when we see something like this, we need to go ahead and respond with something of our own because they've exceeded what we thought they were going to do. So they now have the edge in this fight because they're spending resources to counter our resources. So we, if we want to win this fight, still have to go expend more resources. Does that make sense? No? Yay, nay?
Makes sense to me.
Cool.
They counter grabbed here. Reaper, Reaper, Reaper.
Like again, they just pressed Q more than we did.
I'm frozen.
But they kept up the pressure, knowing that like we made an attack, they nullified it, then they kept pushing it in their favor by ulting again. And like normally you would count that as an over ult, but it's last fight, they just like they don't care, right? They want to win. Like that's like ult economy doesn't matter if they win the fight.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this is dry.
Oh,
Ready
let's
to
go.
sub?
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we weren't ready because you were still telling.
we're supposed
Pressing
to
up.
run out on
Can't follow
Honda.
up.
Not sure why Phantom
Can't
did.
follow up.
But either way, we're here. So this is it's like the way the thinking about doing something like off angling works is so like if you look at the tanks and just look at the fight from front to back. So you start off with the tanks, then usually the DPS, then you look at the supports. If you look at the tank category, Ryan Zarya out duels Ryan Sigma as far as like head-to-head combat. Zarya just does more damage than Sigma, so like you cancel the Reinhardt v Reinhardt, they cancel out, right, resource-wise, because they're the same character. But then you got to figure out, hey, who does more, Zarya or Sigma? And Zarya does more in the head-to-head. So simply because, like because of that, like if when they're butting heads against Ryan Zarya versus Ryan Sigma, the Ryan Zarya wins out, right? So in that, because of that, well, so then you can like look at the DPS to see, okay, well, if we add a DPS in that front line, like does our DPS lineup that they are running, does our DPS like do more in the head-to-head? You could argue Creed can do more. Reaper actually does 280 per second maximum, so he does a hell of a lot. Um, so like Creed doesn't do more than that per second, like just going straight up head-to-head. So they still and then the maze cancel out, so like they still win the frontline war. So now, why choose these characters, right? You choose these characters not so you don't play that style, right? You choose to play another style then that can give you an advantage. And the style that I really like and that we play a lot is like off angling, misdirection. Um, because if so, like the reason why like sure the Ryan Zarya May Reaper wins in the DPS category if they're all facing, if all that damage is facing towards one spot, towards our front line, right? They win. But what happens if part of their damage is now facing somewhere else, right? Um, Now their front line isn't so strong because now they're having to take their attention elsewhere. And so that's what misdirection does. If you have Sigma and the Kree off angling, they can't just press into your Reinhardt easily, right? Because now they're being shot in the back and Sigma orbed and rocked in the back. They have to devote resources to our Sigma and Kree, which then allows our Reinhardt to push up because now they aren't putting in much damage into our Reinhardt, so he's feeling great about himself. So that's the idea between misdirection. That's if you see us put out the Tracer, the Sombra, it's the same thing. Off angling, like Sombra, Tracer, and Sombra, they're annoying the Ana in the back, right? Because if they're shooting Ana, Ana's not healing the Reinhardt or the rest of her team. So like even though she's not dead, she's effectively dead because she's not doing her job. So that's why you send people like after the supports because yeah, they might not be dead, but if you stop them from healing, then they're effectively dead. So it's all the same thing, all the same kind of type of play. So here we would expect Sigma and Kree to just hold that left side, and May, Reinhardt, Brig, Moyer are the front line, the core. So holding the middle, and the Reinhardt is looking for when he feels that the pressure from him is being relieved because of the Sigma and the Kree, is what we're hoping to see here. And as Brig, because of your long range heals, remember we had said like you as the other support need to figure out who can my flex support not heal as a main support. And Mora can't heal long distance targets, but Brig can. So Brig's job is to keep an eye on the Kree and armor pack him when he needs to, as well as keep Inspire up on the front line, on the core, is what you're thinking as Brig here. Let's
May has
see.
no block.
So I would expect our Reinhardt to play a bit passive until our Sigma and Kree look like they're getting a nice foothold over there. Because like if he sees the Sigma and the Kree getting pushed, that means he's free to push because too many resources are going into our Sigma and Kree, which means resources not going into our Reinhardt.
Back a bit here.
So he's playing slow like
I
he
can't
should.
touch point here.
Point,
Yeah.
coming up, okay.
Pressing up a bit.
Letting point go is fine. It's like cool. We get the pick. That's what we're looking for. Like look at this. Look at our Reinhardt right now. Right? They've devoted all those resources over there to our Kree and Sigma, and our Reinhardt's free to push. Right? That's what we're looking for. So now I would assume when Laverne pushes, our Sigma and Kree should push. Right? That's what we're looking for. It's that give and go. It's that give and go. They give and go.
Nice
Go.
pick, nice pick.
So now Reinhardt's
Big.
going to our Rhine. Cool. And you see the shifts going towards our Reinhardt now. And sure, we just have Rhine and May, but May's there, right, to protect the Reinhardt. Their Rhine cannot freely swing on our Reinhardt because May's there. He cannot. And nor can he push up because of May wall. So he's stuck. So as long as Laverne plays correctly, we have a good chance of winning. Like, that's how he and the core should play.
They have no bubble.
So he gets charged. That's on him.
Oh.
Yeah. So he just got beat. All right. He just messed up the Ryan v Ryan and got beat over there, which is how we lose this fight. But did you see how like in the beginning it was working, like how it looked? Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know. Anybody? Well,
Yeah.
just TBK because I know Nox is working out. Cool. So yeah, this is also just getting you caught up as well, TBK, on just how these things are run, and how they should look.
Dude.
Yeah, it's just a lost fight, unfortunately.
Let's hold back. Let's.
May on point. Yeah, just back up. Get that on him.
Shoot.
Yep.
Alright, so Phantom swaps to the Hanzo. So same deal, except now we have an added pressure on the right side, being our Hanzo. So now they have three fronts to worry about. Reinhardt up front, Sigma Kree to the left, and Hanzo to the right. They can't devote resources to all three. So like that's their comp wants to play frontline centered, but our comp plays from three different directions. If we just play slow, we win automatically. If you're on the flip side, right? How do you think they would combat our comp? Do you think?
Uh,
So
well,
they're-
kind of like what they did. They took out one direction and just pushed that way.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. They would just push hard one direction. Is all they have to do. So, like that was not all they have to do. Like that's what they have to manage to do. Um, and that's their only way to do it. The scariness is if they push hard one direction, right? They have a one-shot character to the right, top right, that could possibly pick off their support. So it's a risk, but it's something that they have to do. Like they can't just sit here and take this, or else they just lose. So they have to aggro Laverne, aggro the Sigma Cree, or somehow aggro the Hanzo. They need to pick a side and go. Is how, if we're in the situation, we would combat that. Uh, so yeah, that's how that's goes. Not gonna go through it. So it is weird. Like a lot of this was like we've been experimenting with the Reinhardt. If we do something like this, I'm just not sure Reinhardt's worth it. Um, so I'm thinking either Arissa or Ball next time. The only thing scary about Ball is that he's only a threat when he's on point, near point, rolling through them. Other than that, there's no one else to put pressure on them, so they could easily just choose to run down on Sigma Cree for free. So I'm thinking Arissa is going to be better. Our Reinhardt just doesn't apply any pressure from where, like, he applies the pressure that, like, hey, I could do something from here, but Arissa applies the same pressure and more, as I am doing something for here, and the second you leave, I can just go touch point. So, I think Arissa is going to be the better call.
Kill one.
Rushing up to
Two.
yeah.
Just play poke.
You got the exit kill. Get out.
You got Sim too.
Swap the Reaper too.
We'd want to.
Because we can't touch point.
We'd want to swap the Reaper then too.
Yeah.
Just play poke.
So then, what do I swap the Reaper to?
Probably Hanzo.
Hanzo.
Probably Hanzo.
They're left.
They have Arissa Hog
FTP.
playing in
Well,
secret.
It's too late for that. I'll swap.
You got
that
Sim
back.
too. No, you're not swapping just yet.
Yeah, they don't have.
Yes, I guess Phantom was
They
swapping.
have Arissa
I don't remember.
Hog.
But yeah, no. Like the comp was called, just go play. Fight's already started, right? So, like the comps and spawn are just that, comps and spawn, and we don't know what they're running out. I do, but you guys don't. You don't know what they're running out on. Like you make the swaps after the first fight, if you need to make a swap. So you run out on it and just go with it, right? Because who knows? Our comp may just very well straight up counter theirs. Or their comp may just very well straight up counter ours. We don't know. We don't know what they're going to run out on. So just go out there and adjust on the fly as needed.
FTP.
Playing.
But how this should be run. So we have the Sigma Ash again off angling to the left. We have our Reinhardt with point presence on the points. Like again, to win to win control or win anything, right? You have to go to the objective. So having someone on the objective forces their hand, which they may not want to do. Which Arissa, they very much do not want to do. Arissa is a stationary hero. She does not want to move. So forcing point against an Arissa comp is really good. It's a really good win condition because it forces her with a static shield to have to move and puts her in a lot of danger. And so they have Arissa Hog. Our comp should just roll theirs if we just play it correctly.
In secret.
It's too late for that. I'll swap.
You got
that
Sim
back.
too.
So this is just don't hold an edge when
No,
they have a Lucio.
You're not swapping just yet.
Yeah, they don't have what we were afraid of.
No
So
way you should get two
uh,
boosts there. Just don't hold the edge.
I got killed. Shield mate.
But if we have our Sigma and Ash are to the left side, like they just have Arissa shield. Ash will break through that, no problem. Ash and Sigma will just tear through that shield, and after that, Arissa's dead. Right? She can't do anything. Right? She can't go run up to Sigma and Ash. Like she's just dead. So if we're a Reinhardt's forcing point, that means they have to somehow go touch point and knock out our core, which should be Reinhardt, Reaper, Brig, Baptiste, which they can't do. They don't win that fight. So that's how we would expect this to be run. Again, Orisa might be the better choice. Reinhardt's a bit better here because the distance from to because you see like we're holding the secret underneath. We're holding that underneath place a point right there. So it's a really easy way for retreat and for someone like a Reinhardt, and then for him to go out to battle because like the Reinhardt's weakness is distance, right? So any long distance that he has to travel is might as well just like play Orisa or just go dive. But here the distance to fighting on point is so short that Reinhardt can be pretty decent here. So I keep testing the Reinhardt here, but might also can just do Orisa. But Reinhardt's pretty good here, I think. So we'll probably keep testing it out here. But yeah, so again, misdirection, Sigma Ash on the left side here, Coast. If, if they decide to play a point comp, then guess what? They get pelted from the back by our Sigma and Ash, right? If they decide to push our Sigma Ash, guess what? They lose point. So like it's a lose-lose situation. They have to play it pretty well or swap methodologies, right? So that's like again, that's what we're looking for in these types of comp. Not like we could easily run May Reaper here and play a complete point presence comp. It's just I want, like I've always said from the beginning, uh, I want to teach like styles and not comps. Overwatch is more about play style and just like what do these heroes do versus like just picking these heroes and running them. All right, the fun map.
I'm gonna.
All right. So Tracer Genji. All right. So their comp is a very heavy stationary comp except for the Widow. So like I would like. So how do you think? How do you think their comp is going to play? Do you think?
They're just gonna keep a distance and just poke,
Mm-hmm.
spam things.
Yep. What do you think their Widow could do?
Early pick potential. She can take someone out early in the fight, but also just deny you from being able to walk up to the team.
Do you think she's always gonna play with her team or maybe off angle?
Probably keep an off angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like if the Widow knows what she's doing, she's not playing behind her as a shield. She's
Yeah.
just there. So like that's the again like that's the danger that the team needs to be aware of, right? Wherever the core goes, which is everyone but Widow in this comp, they need to realize like, okay, the Widow's probably gonna set up crossfire from this direction. So we need to make sure to account for her, right? Because you have to take care of the Widow, or at least have someone on the Widow if you expect your Ana to be of any value in these fights. So, yeah, they have a very stationary, very poke heavy comp. So with that, Dive hates taking poke, but we have heroes on the team that are really good at scouting for us. It's always good to know which heroes are the designated scouters. Tracer can be one, but ideally we want Tracer not scouting because out of all these heroes, she's the one that has the hardest time getting in without taking damage. So your other two best scouters are D.Va and Genji because both of them have abilities that allow them to block every projectile in the game. So Genji can wall climb up, dash up, deflect, and scout to who the team is. Thank you. D.Va can fly up and matrix and see where the team's playing and all that. So leave the scouting to those two. No one else poke, right? Taking early poke is not good unless you guys are big braining and maybe your Ana needs nano this fight. And then you can feed a bit to get your Ana nano, but that's something entirely. All right. So um there are stages. There are like stages to dive. Um and like you could there are normally just stages to fights as well. The poke phase, the kind of like the um kind of like the transition to the fight phase, and then what you can say is poke, and then the actual fight.
Sorry.
And dive. No, you're good. And dive is the same thing, except in dive you have the staging phase, and then you have the fight phase. So it's it happens a lot quicker because dive doesn't need to travel, right? Well, they like their movement abilities allow them to skip and go directly to the fight. So like dive gets to choose where the fights happen and when they happen. It's kind of it's dive's strength.
It's almost like it's called dive for a reason.
Nutty, man. So yeah, so right near the team's staging. Um, so yeah, Diva's the one that gets card because she's the one that can protect herself on card for the longest. So she can move card really easily to start with. All right. With what they have, just straight up diving and trying to pick off someone can't work. It's like you would inherently look at this comp and go like dive just can't work here because it can't. Like there's no one to straight up jump on and kill and collapse on and like reliably over and over again. You would think Ana, but she has Baptiste, who has drone, and then she's protected by a Torb with armor, Rissa Holt, Sigma Accretion. Like there's no way dive successfully goes in and kills Ana consistently for free, like easily. All right, so what do we do? We mentioned earlier, there's a they are a static comp. So one way to beat a static comp is to push card because they have to respond to it at some point, meaning they have to drop and touch card at some point. So the reason that's important because dive wants high ground. They want the high ground so they can drop off of high ground without using their cooldowns to get into the fight, so they can save their cooldowns to get back, to get out of the fight. It's how they would like to play. Um,
What's up?
what's up, Dick?
Going on?
Vibe review.
Ah,
Yep.
cool.
So, on point A, gas station is usually the spot that we want, but guess what? They're holding there. So it looks. So they're holding there. So we want it. How do we take it? So you can just start off by doing what's called soft diving. And all soft diving is going in. You're not looking for a kill. You're just looking for to draw attention, to draw cooldowns, to get some charge for yourself, and a lot of times to accomplish a secondary objective. Um, so this isn't something we have we haven't really talked about this much. Um, so we're gonna have so like our secondary objective here could be to just simply keep the cart pushing, right? Because our diva is gonna round this card around the corner, right? Once the diva gets around the corner, guess what? She's gonna get shot at. Crazy, right? So what can we do to stop her getting shot at? Well, we can put some cooldowns and bodies in front to allow the card to keep rolling a bit. So we could actually soft dive the top here, leave our diva on cart, so cart keeps pushing, and then we just drop, and then we just rinse and repeat while we're pushing cart underneath them, right? And then eventually, because like they're not in threat of touching card until they actually need to, right? They're going to keep poking us down. So you want to, so if we dive with Tracer, Monkey, Genji, and keep pushing cart, um, sure, the first, like, we're not going to get any kills, but we're getting the secondary objective completed, which is pushing cart. And so eventually they're going to have to send someone down to stop cart from pushing on any of the others consecutive dives. However many dives this takes. We just do this over and over and over again while someone is pushing cart. Preferably Diva, can be Tracer. Just depends on how you want to do it. You could argue for Tracer here because of Torb Turret, since she may have trouble getting in because of Torb Turret, but Diva's also fine. Either one's fine, just however you want to do it. We'll see what happens when they drop.
gonna jump front gas here. In
No, that's
3,
no.
2, 1.
They've got.
Jumping front.
Yeah, we've got.
So like, it's cool. We soft dove, but look at cart, right? Like this, like everything we do after this just doesn't matter because we're not winning the game. We're just touching the cart. So this is something. We haven't talked about it, but we're talking about it now. So we need to call here either Tracer or the Diva to keep on card here. Because again, like Monkey doesn't need our help because he's soft diving, so he should not die. Um, so, yeah, I would argue Tracer should be the one to touch card here to start after this dive happens, because the Diva Matrix will allow our tanks to stay there just a bit longer, which means more card push. And then when we have to leave card, Tracer can then just like blink under gas station. And then when we're ready to dive again, she blinks out, touches card, and we re-dive, right? Is how I think that would work. So I think Tracer, they're going to be the one to touch card here until we actually need Tracer for the actual dive. In this situation. It could be different against other comps, but in this situation, I think that's how we should go. Now, so here we can already see that Genji
It's corner.
look like you're
main corner.
late.
I'm gonna jump front gas here.
Okay.
In
Do we know that
3.
from up? Like, realize here, Genji, that you could have so like, you know, with dive we talk about we want to suffocate the target, right? You want not again, you want to suffocate them, you want to make them look multiple directions. That's how you're going to get the most value. So Genji, you very well could have gone through top cave here by just walking in front and deflecting, and then waiting for the dive to come in, and you could have gone to gas station from the other side of top cave here while the tanks go main, and then so yeah.
2, 1.
So we use deflect and we get nothing done there.
Jumping
So,
front.
Yeah.
Tracer has to use 2 blinks to get there, so she's, yeah. I think Tracer's better. Like, since we're not looking for a kill, I think Tracer's better off just pushing card here until we're actually looking for a fight that we're looking for a kill. We're not looking for a fight here. We're just buying time. So we bought time, but we're buying time doing nothing because the card's not pushing. So I think we should do that next time, absolutely. So like just realize like what the objective is, right? The objective is cart. But the objective of the soft dive is like, what are we doing? Sometimes, yes, all you're doing when soft diving is getting ult charge. That's fine. You want to, if like, it's just the fact that like every action you do as a team needs to have a reason behind it, not just soft diving because because that's just what we do at dive. Like there's a reason that we should be up there soft diving. And so here, like, we're just soft diving. This is like just an ult charge soft dive, like we're not doing anything else, which if that's the call, then that's fine, but I would say that's the wrong call here. But I would prefer that than just soft diving because lol, right? We need to be getting something done, and that something done right now needs to be cart. So we could be pushing cart this whole time. So yeah, Genji, like the tanks are in there, right? You need to be in there. Like you're doing nothing. You deflected and got no value out of it. You just deflected just to deflect. Deflect yourself into that cave. And then Mercy, you need to be in there with the tanks. You're late here, so just make sure you they called out the dive. You can hear the comm, so they're going. So you know exactly when to go and peek. So be there with the team because like we talked in the water view, you want to be there for your Winston's jump pack melee and the rest of his phaser damage. That just primal is like one of the ults we want to get consistently fast. Yes, that's pretty much it for this
We've
first
got
engagement.
Babana. They've got Babana. Where's the?
Drop it.
So yeah, like Genji, you're doing nothing, right? Get in there. So set yourself up for going in with the dive team next time, which is just go through top cave and wait for them, right? You could have gone in behind them. That's would have been acceptable as well, right? But you're always better on an off angle, and there's no reason not to be on an off angle here.
Bring the
There's
move
Widow
car.
right now.
Do your top card. See, like you're engaging now, but look, the dive's already over, right?
Widow's
Like,
top.
this just means you're in danger. This now you're just in unnecessary danger. You can get halt rocks, halt widow shot. You know, a ton of things can happen here.
Gas.
And so you can look at our diva, right? We never pushed cart, right? So that whole thing we just did, top dive, we wasted it, right? Nothing, literally nothing happened. We got all the charge, and that was it. So next time, soft dive with a purpose, and that purpose here is to move cart. Like just move cart because they're an Ursa comp, right? They're a static comp. Moving them is the biggest piece of the puzzle. It's just moving them to a spot where they don't want to be. The Arista has a static shield. Move her out of that static shield. Make her place that shield somewhere else.
Widow
Let me
is
know when you
next,
guys are about
okay?
to jump.
Yes, Widow's
Jumping
top.
back
Gas.
top here.
I'm just pushing current.
Widow's low.
Right? Like this is
Are you on
it,
her?
right? Like look at now our soft dive is actually doing something that's purposeful, right? We're getting cart
Widow
Let me know when you
progress.
guys are about to
Okay.
jump.
Yes, Widow's
Jumping
top.
back
Gas.
top here.
We're getting cart progress. Not only that, but we're also getting all charge.
I'm just pushing current.
Widow's low.
Are you on her?
Dimmy?
Like
No,
it feels like we're doing nothing. This is like
not anymore.
look at the payload progress, right?
Where is Widow?
Without a legit fight. We haven't had a legit fight, which is what we like. We don't care. We're attacked. We don't. If you're gonna just let us put cards without fighting, we're okay with that. All right? It's there. It's the onus. The onus is on them to do something.
In the back.
Where's
all the way
Widow's
back.
low?
Getting
she-
all this free card
half,
push.
she's
Yeah,
one.
Widow's. No. She's
That's a
back
good
full health.
word.
Dimmy?
So
No,
let's
no,
see what
not
happens.
anymore.
So again, so like Genji, Phantom, you need to realize, like, just keep an eye out on. Well, one, you need to understand that these are like what they're doing is soft diving, and they're not looking for a kill, so they're not going in deep at all. They're just looking to burn cooldowns, get some on charge, which like because of the damage boost on Laverne, he's at 68% already to his ult. Imagine if we had damage boost him to begin with, he'd probably be at 80. It'd be awesome, right? We could call Primal for the next fight, and their highest ult charge is 38. You know, so like this is why we want to be, you know, damage boosting our people, right? But again, to look at, like, realize these are soft dives. You go in too deep when they're like Winston just poking. The tanks are poking. People are just poking, right? So we don't want to go in. We're not looking for a kill. And also, you know, it's cool that you call Widow low Tracer. Just realize again, these are soft dives, right? Our tanks have already used their movement cooldown. So cool, you get Widow low. It's good info, because maybe that means she's backing off a bit. She's too scared to peek, which may give her Ana some room. But also going with the expectation of I'm probably not going to get follow up, just because we're not looking to kill anyone yet, right? These are all soft dives.
Okay.
So we dash in again. Look at your tanks, Genji. Ain't nobody with you, right? Because they're soft diving. They're not intending. So like everyone needs to get on the same page of like what kind of dive are we in.
Where is Widow?
And so you just get
In the
poked
back.
down,
all the way
Widow's
back.
low.
right, for no reason, because we dove in.
Widow's
That
low.
may not be
Yep.
true though. You did say Widow low.
Are you on her?
That caused the dive. No
Dimmy?
way.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure why you dashed in there. Yeah, don't do that. Simple as that. Just don't do that. No one's with you. Like Tracer's behind, sure, but you dash into the middle of their team. Yeah, no. No one's here to help you, right? So watch out for that. These are all soft dives. If you're gonna dash in, you better be doing it on someone that's 1 HP.
Okay.
You know, so, or someone.
Where is
within
Widow?
Dash kill. Right?
In the back.
Where's
all the way
Widow's
back.
low.
Half,
She.
half. She's
Yeah,
one.
Widow's. No. She's back to full health.
It's like we lose Genji, we get the res, awesome.
Just pushing, just pushing.
We-
Good
are we
body
diving?
blocking for the
Ready?
res.
I had to get out.
Hold
I had
on.
to get
Hold on. I'm low. I'm low.
I was trying to get
I'm ready
in.
to dive. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Three.
Look at all this card push. This is one fight. This is not. We haven't even had a fight yet, right? And we almost finished point A. That's what we're doing, and that's the struggle. That's the struggle that their comp faces. They have to give up this high ground, which enables our comp if they want to stop this card, right? Then that's all we're looking for. So that's why, you know, I preach play slow, play patiently, right? Because the win condition of dive is first get the high ground, first get the staging area that you want, and then proceed from there and just pick them apart. Soft dive and pick them apart, make them make mistakes, and then you go in to find someone low and finish them off.
They have a
Two.
six-
I don't have.
1.
They're dive. Okay, I can't.
There's a shield. I
Yeah,
can't help
I'm
you.
getting out. I'm getting out.
Jumping front gas.
I need to know.
Understand.
They're dive. Okay, I can't.
There's a shield. I
Yeah,
can't help
I'm
you.
getting out. I'm getting out.
Jumping front.
They have a
2,
signal.
No,
Everywhere.
1.
They're dive. Okay,
Cool. So like we caught a target on Widow. We didn't kill her. That's fine.
I
Hold
had
on.
to get
Hold on. I'm low. I'm low. I'm low.
I was trying to.
I'm ready to dive. Yeah, yeah. 3,
Where's Widow?
They have a
2,
I
signal.
don't have.
1.
They're dive.
Why was that dive successful? We didn't kill anyone, but it was successful. The target
Made
is
a move.
You made Widow do what?
Hook. Grapple.
Which is like 12 seconds now.
Yeah.
Monkey's jump is 5. So you get a jump on the Widow. You can reaggress on the Widow in 5 seconds when she is immobile, right? That's huge. Like we aren't like don't.
Excuse me.
Cool, you're good. It's not about getting kills per se. Like dive is about forcing resources until you drain them so much that they just have to die, right? Same thing if you die Baptiste. You're never going to kill Baptiste on the initial dive. It's impossible because he has drone. Actually impossible for him to die. Right? But it's the second time around that is very possible to kill him because he doesn't have drone, right? Which you can dive Baptiste, what, 3 times before he gets his drone back? Pretty crazy. So like you have 3 chances to kill Baptiste all by like alone, right? You have 2 chances to kill Widow, right? So don't worry about like the fact that it was unsuccessful. The fact like this should have been like so like the comms should have been like, okay,
Okay,
dive
I
Widow. Sure,
There's a-
we didn't get her, but we forced out grapple. We get her in 5 seconds. Or like, can we go in 5 seconds, right? It should be like what we're looking for in the comms here. Like don't look at, oh, we got defeated. Like no, just we can go again in 5 seconds, right? Because we just forced out grapple, or we go for another target, right? Because now Widow's on the low ground, we're okay with that. Our objective is high ground anyway. We got someone off the low ground. Let's go dive someone else on the high ground, right? Like it's just repeated dives, forcing out resources of what you guys are looking for. So like that's all we're looking for here. This is our first real fight, and we've already almost finished point A. So like it's all been really good so far from the goal, from the standpoint of what our comp wants to accomplish.
Shield. I
Yeah,
can't help
I'm
you.
getting out. I'm getting out.
Jumping front gas.
I need to know.
Understand card
Bap
here,
is
Lux.
1. Bap is 1.
Don't go that way, Rev. There's a Widow there.
I see her. Thank you.
We have front gas. I need help.
Widow got out. You're fine.
I can't help you until I know where the widow is.
And what
Widow's
I'm on
a
Widow right now?
Widow. Way, Rev. There's a Widow there.
I see her. Thank you.
Jumping front gas.
I need to know.
Understand card
Bap
here,
is
Lux.
1. Bap is 1.
Don't go that way, Rev. There's a Widow there.
I see her. Thank you.
Jumping front gas.
I
2,
don't have.
1.
They're dive. Okay, I can't.
There's a shield. I
Yeah,
can't help
I'm
you.
getting out. I'm getting out.
Jumping front gas.
I need to know.
Understand card
Bap
here,
is
Lux.
1. Bap is 1.
Don't go that way, Rev. There's a Widow there.
I see her. Thank you.
We have front gas. I need
Can't tell what he's looking for.
Tracer at.
here. I need help.
Widow got
Oh, she's over there. Okay.
out. You're
So here
I
is
understand card.
where like Nox asked me the other day. We've been talking about like having
They're dive.
uptime.
Okay, I can't.
There's a shield. I
Yeah,
can't help
I'm
you.
getting out. I'm getting out.
So like this is where like with dive you want to have high uptime, as in high be in position to act again after that last action, like as soon as you can. So like being healthy, being in the right position or being in a position to help, right, is like just repeatedly doing that over and over and over, like being ready for the next action. So here we go for Widow, we don't get her. Now it should be a rinse and repeat thing over and over and over again. Just rinse and repeat. Go in, okay, die failed, get healed up, let's go in again, die failed, get healed up, go in again. Like that should be like happening at like 5 to 10 second intervals, right? Is what we should be thinking. Like I know that's not the mentality that we're having, so I'm not. That's what I'm trying to make sure I drill into this uh in this VOD review. Is like so like here, we go for Widow, we fail, we should be thinking let's go again in 5 to 10, right? So like I would expect Monkey to get an LOS of Ana or get a health pack. Um, Same for Tracer, like she's low, so I imagine she's going for the the mega underneath, right? So like, um, and then we go in 5 Genji to be doing the same, setting up in a spot to where they can go, to where Genji can dash again, being one of the caves. Could be bot cave, could be top cave, either one. So like, let's see
Jumping
where we
front
take.
gas.
So Laverne's ready to go again in 5. He just uses jump to take the front. He's fairly safe there. Um,
I
You
need to
stay
know
on
what-
card
I-
here,
Diva
Lauren?
gets slept. Cool. We just go after
Bap is
Diva
one.
gets waken up if
Uh,
she's
Don't go that way,
at
Rev.
HP.
There's a widow there.
I see her. Thank you.
Right. But Diva flies away, right? So that's not an action of we're ready to go again, right? She could have just stayed underneath gas, right? Or something like that. She's full HP, could have stayed underneath gas, and get ready to go again, right? Now, Laverne's poking with low health, so that's also not an action that says I need to get ready to go in 5, right? Because now you're just going to die or get close to it. So like the actions should say we're playing safe and we're getting ready to go again in 5 seconds, right? Is what we're thinking, right? So now the issue that that we're hearing in comms is, oh, where's Widow? So what if we need our Ana to help us out, right? Well, we talked about that in the sports bar reviews. Uh, Mercy is around, and so like you can, it just all depends on where the Widow's playing, right? But Mercy helps, like her job is to help, is to take care of who Ana can't, right? As far as damage boosting, if she's going to heal, she's only going to heal the people that Ana can't, right? So like you have 2 healers, so remember that. Like you have to know where they are, and they should also be positioned correctly. Not like it's all on everyone who's not support. So like you should be around either one of them, right? There's 2 of them, so like you should be able to find someone to help you. If you're not, then like we're positioned wrong somehow, and we need to review and see why. So like, again, like that's what we should be thinking. Like, just be getting ready. Like, cause so what? Widow has lockdown or Ana. That means she doesn't have her Mercy lockdown, right? So, our Mercy should be either on the tanks, especially in this comp where Ana's completely safe. Like Ana, Mercy doesn't need to be on Ana at all, right? So like she should be around the rest of the team in there, healing them up behind a corner and being safe. So like all the actions here should be let's get ready to go in 5 seconds, and they aren't, right? So
We
that's
have
what
front
we
gas.
should
I
be
need
thinking here.
I need help
Widow,
here.
widow, get out. You're fine.
I can't help you until I know where the widow is.
Yeah.
Widow's out.
And that was just on.
Right now, on
Widow
top.
stairs. Gas.
Got
Widow
her,
stairs.
got the
Gas.
widow.
Got her.
Nice. That's
Where? Oh, where she died.
I need help
Widow,
here.
widow, get out. You're fine.
Yeah, because she's underneath gas. Yeah, like, that's just
I
Batman
can't help you until I know where the widow is.
positioning.
Widow's
We already
out.
talked about that.
Widow stairs. Gas.
Mercy
Got her,
VOD
got
review.
widow.
Got
So,
her.
Nice.
but that's what we should be thinking. So like,
Winnable though? How many?
unfortunately, like we get traction, right? But we've lost 2. So right, like if we had done what we needed to, like we would all be alive and have gotten that widow kill and be in much better position to win this fight. But we lose 2. That's fine. But
Let's
like
go.
those things will happen less if we start thinking like, okay, let's not risk it for the biscuit when we don't need to, right? Just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Dives, rinse. Do a dive, get healed up, do it again. Dive, get healed up, do it again. Dive, get healed up, do it again.
We have
We're up one.
matches,
We're
but
up one.
Play
We're up
slow.
one.
We'll be back first. We'll be back first. TBK, I'm jumping.
I'm trying to get up.
yeah, we got in. We need
Phantom
to get rid
feeds.
of the turret too.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can red. No, I can't.
No, no,
Widow,
no, no,
Bap
no.
is on. Bap is on gas.
Both
Yeah.
healers on gas. I see. I'm
Okay.
seeing them
Yep.
now.
So they retake gas
Is it
again.
just them?
Like unfortunately, you know, we lost map control, so we just have to take it again. So here again, the what can we do? We can still push cart and soft dive. Like that's just how you begin these fights. Again, like they have against their comp, they have still a ton of sustain. So you're not going to just dive them and win. You don't. You have to pull out their resources. So soft diving is going to be the name of the game. But as well as soft diving, you can push cart, which again draws another resource. It draws attention. Attention is a resource. So you draw attention out of them and force them to have to do something that they don't want to do. They're setting up on gas for a reason because they don't want to be on cart. They don't want to be anywhere else. So if you play cart, force them off of cart, they're already at a disadvantage because they're already doing something that they would prefer not to do. And not only that, but then they'd be giving us high ground, which we do want to do. So it's just a win-win for us. So just continue soft diving.
Think
Just
so, yeah.
patient.
Alright,
Just
we have
patient.
jumping, what,
No,
four?
no, they're
If we
tanks.
can bait out more, I can get my blade and then we can blade.
Yeah. Can you DM here in account
Yeah.
so I can get to inside there?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wrecked. Phantom got wrecked.
Did that
That's
work?
why you don't position near halt.
No.
I thought we called a dive.
Still down. No, we're down.
We lost.
I was trying to get inside so I could get healed.
Oh.
Can you just touch cart?
It's like touching card is cool, but it's an unnecessary risk, right? Because we're not ready. It'd be much better if you touch cart. If someone touches cart when there's actually a soft dive going on, they could with halt very easily DMAC you here with all the crap that they have.
Orb turret is front corner.
Torb alone, my cart. His tanks moved, The tanks are down. I don't think the healers are there.
Yeah,
Turret?
on a drop down.
Okay, so again, like we do things. It's
Orb turret is front corner.
Torb alone, my cart. His tanks.
so it's kind of so like it's a cool call. It's an okay call. But remember what that has to do, or at least if we're aware of where our team is, right? Our team is still staging. If they actually dive toward behind cart, they're having to use a movement cooldowns to get there, right? So like this better work, or else they're just going to melt because their comp just blasts us in brawl, right? Because once a dive comp uses their cooldowns, guess what? They're a brawl comp now. For 5 seconds, they're a brawl comp. So you only brawl if somehow they're running a weaker brawl comp than you, right? That's like, why else would you brawl, you know? But they're running a much better brawl comp than we are. So if we're going to turn ourselves into a brawl comp, we better have a reason for that, which, you can say we do. We have Nano Blade and we have Primal and we have Pulse. Like, we have brawl things that we can do to brawl if we want to. We have brawl ultimates. But that wasn't the call. The call was simply just to dive toward. So like it would be much better if that was planned, right? Going in with Primal and Nano Blade is what we're looking for here, kind of deal. Like look at what this does. Like Laverne, you could have very easily said no. Instead, like let's just take high ground. How about that? Like we call Torb's in the back, cool. But now look at their team again. We're pushing cart, so they have to go and defend that cart somehow. Better teams will not just drop like this, but they did. But like remember, the goal is still to stage. If you can, you want to just drop on them, and then use your cooldowns to get out, or use your movement cooldowns to go even deeper, right? To maybe secure a kill, but not to just. You don't want to go in generally against a comp like theirs. Just straight up immediately, right? If this fails, our monkey just gets burst, Diva gets burst, You know, like they again they just win the brawl, right? If this fails horribly. If we don't get this kill on this torb, which you're not because of E, they just outbrawl us. So remember, just play patient. Take the high ground first. It's fine, right? You don't need to rush this. We have to play patient as a dive comp. Just take that. Look at the high ground. Just take it, right? If they're dropping, just take the high ground and then drop on top of them. It's only 5 seconds. You guys will have your cooldowns in 5 seconds. That's what makes dive amazing. Is you have really short cooldowns. Right? Monkey jump will be back in 5 seconds. You're not missing anything. So just take the high ground, right? We go from our spawn staging spot all the way to attack phase, right? We skipped the actual let's take the high ground phase. We skipped that. We're just going straight into it, right? Which we don't want to do. And you can say like, so Genji's not ready. It doesn't like three dive heroes are enough. So like you don't need everyone to be ready. So like the fact that Genji's not ready is fine. You know, it's okay, right? It's not the end of the world. But also we didn't check that we didn't check the status of him, or we didn't really care, kind of deal. So like again, just more awareness on that front. So yeah, diving to the back line without taking this high ground is, I imagine, is what leads to this fight not going well. We have to have our diva clutch just to
Tanks
get
move,
past
tanks
point
move.
A.
The tanks are down. I don't think the healers are there.
Yeah,
Turret?
Ana dropped. Ana dropped.
So like, I understand what he's saying with that call. Tanks are down. Maybe the healers aren't though, which means they're still on gas. Those are dive targets, right? But then we proceed with the call of Ana, right, which says we're trying to kill someone. Just remember again, play slow. We want the high ground. Go get that high ground. Like look at it, right? If we realize this, we see them all drop, and they use drone and they use nade. Just leave. Like, just go back to the high ground, right? We don't have to brawl this. That's what I'm trying to. I really want to stress. Get that brawlness out of you guys. Play slow. Take the high ground. Map control is what's going to win you this.
Okay, Imor's out.
Oh,
I'm on turret top. Hold on.
So like Nox dies there because he's the only one to shoot at, right? They're not shooting at our Genji, they're not shooting at our Monkey, they might be shooting at our Diva, but they're not going to kill Diva, not easily anyway. But like, so it's just like they're just shooting at Diva and Tracer. What if Genji, Monkey, Diva, and Tracer were all in, right? Tracer probably doesn't die so easily at least, but he dies to Inanna, which probably means she's not looking at anyone to heal. Everyone's topped up, so I'm going to fight this Tracer, right? If a dive is happening, and Anna's not going to be looking at like not just the Tracer, right? She's going to be looking at trying to heal her team as well. So like her attention was not distracted whatsoever. Her attention was in full resource on the Tracer and allowed her to get a shot on the Tracer, right? So we need like everyone, as many as people as possible, need to be in on the dive.
Meteor,
No turret.
ready?
No DM, no DM.
So Phantom, so we call.
Ana
I
dropped.
think we
I'm
call
on-
Nanoblade.
Okay, Imor's out.
oh,
I'm on turret top. Hold on.
Meteor,
No turret.
ready?
No DM, no DM.
He calls ready. Didn't actually ask if anyone was ready. Like, he asked ready, then he goes. Actually, wait for a response from your team, cause yeah, you know, like your Tracer was dead, your Monkey is off doing other things. So again, what else are they going to do? They have no one else to focus on. I'm just gonna flux you, right?
I got the Ana. I'm on BAP now.
So we use dive. Guess what? We're a brawl now. So our Monkey's trying to tase a fortifying Orisa and a Sigma. Doesn't work out well,
We're
right?
up one,
Things
but we
just,
don't have a
you know.
turrets down. Where's Widow?
You
I'm
see how
juggling
easily
back.
they're weathering the storm because
Uh-huh.
we're attacking
Oh, no,
individually.
Oh, no Widow.
No widow. No widow.
Can we just take map control here?
remain.
First
Yeah,
sensible
I'm-
call I've heard in forever. Let's just take map control, right? That's what we should have been doing this whole time.
I'm
Alright,
top
got it.
by their spawn.
How was it?
Like, you see how easily they
Alright,
weathered that storm,
we
right?
gotta
They
wait.
lost some people, sure. Their sustain is so high, though, that you guys aren't killing them again. Like, you guys aren't killing anyone else.
That full.
Yeah, guys, get out,
Yeah.
get out. Just keep
Ana?
map control.
Ana on me.
Yeah, they got a
Drop.
sniper.
She dropped
Right?
to me.
They easily weathered
Okay.
that dive. And they
Turret
played
on.
it poorly as well.
of gas.
Bat. I'm with you, Nox. I'm on lamp. Oh, he is one.
Oh.
I can't get him.
Turret's down. No immor.
I tried.
Max.
All right. So even though this looks like a cluster, right? It's the best we've looked this whole time, though, by far, because we have gas covered from one direction, and we have the top of canyon over there covered. Like we're in multiple directions, right? Look at where they're holding. They are not feeling good as a team right now. They are surrounded, right? Their backs are literally against a wall. Look at their Ana. Like that's all she has to play, right? And that's simply because you guys took a shape around them. You guys aren't attacking them. You just took a shape around them. Like remember when you guys did the double sniper stage encounter against like me, Lux, Lamb, Zeus, Dig? Like how we told you when you guys got the double sniper right, how it just suffocated us, right? Do you remember the map control you guys took? It's the same. That's the goal of dive every time. Like just play slow and take the map control.
I'm moving left here.
I can touch here.
Let's touch.
Okay. I got hacked.
I got the map.
Sig is high ground.
Huge.
Arisa's anti.
Your diva clutches it.
Bubbling
But
tanks,
like,
bubbling
I would
tanks.
be,
Okay.
I'd be willing to put money that you guys win this fight anyway, though, because you guys have all the map control.
I got hacked.
I got the map.
Sig is high ground.
Huge.
Like, you guys probably
Arisa's
would have won
anti.
that anyway, because Diva can jump in. Diva can jump in without cooldowns if she
I can
wants
touch
to,
here.
Let's touch.
with also
Okay.
bomb. And because we're all actually in here, like look, Tracer has pulse, and look at her Ana. Like this is the frame, right? Last time Tracer or Ana shot Tracer and killed her. Look at where she's looking, right? Look at where Sombra's looking. Look at where Torb's looking. Look at where Arissa's looking. Do you see that? Right? Guess what? That's an easy pulse stick for our Tracer, right? Because no one cares about her. Look at where Sig's looking. Look, he's not even like their attention is all forward, right? That's why you go in as a team and at multiple directions, because they're going to miss something. Like unless you're in the open division type stuff, like you're going to miss something, right? It's hard to keep your attention on 6 people when they're coming from 7 directions.
And that's a feeder now.
I got hacked.
I got the map.
Sig is high ground.
Huge.
Arisa's anti.
Bubbling
Nobody's
tanks.
here?
I'm chasing the Sigma, maybe.
That's a win.
Arisa's anti.
So fight 1, right? 4K or 3K and then another kill, right? Clean this fight up.
Bubbling
Nobody's
tanks.
here?
We can call someone to get cart. Probably
bubbling
Diva.
tanks.
We should be going forward, right? Going forward. We know that there's a stagger kill. Laverne should have called it. Like he does, but like we could have called it out sooner. But DPS, you guys need to like you don't need to escort cart any further. I promise you, cart will make it there not by itself, but it will make it there. Go forward, take more map control, right? Go get set up for the next attack,
Chasing the Sigma, maybe.
right? Because we should have gotten the Sigma. I don't know if we do,
Sigma is
but Monkey, Tracer, Genji kill. That's it.
main. I don't know if anyone got long
Or
spawn.
Saloon?
They swapped Doom.
Like we could have very easily cleaned up Sigma and Bap.
I think we lost track of him.
I mean, yeah, don't. I mean, like Laverne
Yeah.
obviously knew, right? So like whether you guys did, he knew. He said I'm going after Sigma, right? So like he had the information. But either way, like whether you lost track of him or not, you guys should have been going forward anyway, and you guys would have seen him.
Yeah.
Is the thing. Like the fight's done. We don't need you anymore. Go forward, right? Go take map control. Map control is all like Dive really wants his map control, right? We want the saloon up here, because then guess what? We can just drop on them and hop back up, right? Because they can't get up here. So we don't want the second floor, Laverne. We want saloon, right? That way Sigma can't hurt us.
Sigma's high ground here.
How is
He wouldn't be able to shoot you in the face like
Zeds?
that.
How is Zeds?
Like get on top,
It's
dude.
free. I haven't seen anyone go there.
Okay.
I've
I
got
think
jump
you're
if
taking-
anyone goes there in the next.
Like no reason that we should give high ground to Sombra and Doom up against Tracer
Maybe he was feeling
against.
lazy that night.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's what he leaves his jump on shift. When I told him, it's just easy to press right click, man. It's hard to move that
Setting
pinky.
a barrier.
I'm
Where
on
are they?
payload.
Hard to use that
They
pinky,
do have
man.
Sombra, but she's main.
Yeah. Doom is coming up Zeds.
No, he didn't. He's at corner
He's
right
mid.
now.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
mid Zed.
Like,
He's mid high side.
you know, we could be doing this exact same thing from right above them, right? And not have to use bubble. And when we're hurt, we just back up. And ideally, our Mercy would be up there with us. So we just have like a free heals and a free easy base of operations on top of Saloon instead of running into their Orisa Sigma and having to use our bubble.
Ana's alone in the back.
Really inefficient here.
On cat.
So we should be on top of Saloon here with our, like Genji, Winston, Diva could easily be on Saloon here and Mercy, right? Genji would be, or Tracer would be off, you know, off angling and looking for doing her thing, and Ana would be staging. Diva would be on cart though, and then go to Saloon when she could no longer guard cart.
I got a drop.
So like we just brawled here, and
I
you
got
know
to fly.
we're
Yep.
Do we know
Someone's
beating
coming in,
pretty
I
hard.
think? No.
I'm on the Ana. Oh, I got hacked.
They have EMP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely
Doom.
Doom. Doom low.
I fell here.
Jumping back high
I'm in
ground.
a bad position.
I primal. Dropping down.
Sombra's
So yeah, just take Saloon here. Like we shouldn't be anywhere near that second floor. Just take Saloon. Like that takes Doomfist out of play, right? Because he has to use punch uppercut to get there, and then if he wants to punch into you, so he can. He just dies because he has no more cooldowns. He has a slam that might take him off of high ground, but even like he's just take Saloon, right? You take Doomfist and its Umbra out of the equation.
still main and on their side.
Okay. Our Ana needs to get in a better.
Doom is looking
Like-
main. Doom is looking main.
You just just look at all this low ground. Like low ground offers us nothing, right? We're dive. We want to be above them, right? We're playing low ground is playing into their comp.
I got hacked.
Here.
You're back up. Okay.
Where is their Sombra playing? Have we found her trans?
She's been main most of this time.
Have we seen her trans anywhere?
Again, well,
Uh,
all that is
No,
rectified
she
just by
threw it
playing
at
the
main
high
and then
ground.
she got rid of it.
We don't care about
Yeah,
Sombra,
that's all I
really.
know.
Okay.
Can we
Yes,
take
eyes
can we
on
take
her
Zeds
Ana.
here?
Yeah, I'm moving that way now.
On my way.
She threw.
Back up. Okay.
Okay.
I fell here.
Jumping back.
No.
I'm on the Ana.
Alright, so that's tanks. What should our
I gotta
supports
drop
be
you.
doing?
I kind of care about Sombra.
I got no fly.
Do we know what
Someone's
else?
coming
they
in.
have?
I think. No.
I'm on the Ana. Oh, I got hacked.
They have EMP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely.
Doom.
Doom low.
I fell here.
Jumping back high
I'm in
ground.
a bad position.
Oh, I
He's at corner.
he's-
Right? Anyone goes.
Sigma's
Sigma main. I don't know if anyone got.
So here's where, if we go forward, we get to take map control. And also if we go forward, we get advanced scouting information. And that really helps our Ana position, right? Because remember, you always want all 6 people in the fight whenever you can. So, we don't just forget about your Ana, right? If you want heals, you better put in the work to actually get her secured to where she needs to go. So now
Long spawn.
she can play, a couple of areas. She could play back at that canyon, or she can play on top of garage. Either way, you guys need to go forward and give her the scouting info and tell her which one she needs to rotate to, because that's a long rotation. Very possibly a very long rotation. But now we can also discern this by we won the fight at the end of point A, so more than likely they're not going to be here to set up. So we can go ahead and go forward, and we can go ahead and know that garage is pretty free. So it should be fairly free for Ana to set up at. So we should know that and just have in your mind that we still need to set up Ana at all times. That's what we're thinking.
Hey, Saloon.
They swapped Doom.
So because we ended the fight so late at point A, we know that they're not set up at. Then we should know that they're not set up yet, so we can go ahead and take that advanced position at around garage. So like just look right. This Sigma should be dead as well.
Sigma's
Like it's pretty silly.
Sigma's high ground here.
How is Zeds? How is Zeds?
It's free. I haven't seen anyone go there.
Okay.
I've got
Take it-
jump
take
if
it-
anyone goes there in the next
Signal
second.
barrier.
I'm on
Just notice how we're just letting them set up, right?
Where are they?
payload. Can we get
They
any
do have
payload?
Sombra, but she's main.
Yeah. Doom is coming up Zeds.
No, he didn't. He's at corner
He's
right
mid,
now.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
mid Z. He's mid high side.
Anna's alone in the back. On
All right.
catwalk.
So Anna, you rotated back. So we looked at it. We looked at the VOD view and we understood why. But here's the disconnect, right? If the team's paying attention, they don't know you're behind them. So we should, one, tell them, or two, like if we actually want this garage, we need to figure out a way to actually let you play that. Like,
Okay.
don't just, so like it's like if the plan is to have you on garage, which it very well could be, it should be, like this is like we can keep you up here. We as a team need to make sure, like that's our objective, is to make sure we keep map control of this garage. So what can we do? All right, if our Ana wants this garage, what
Doom is
can we
coming
do?
Up Zeds.
If we're set up correctly, where are we? On top of Saloon. We want our on garage. Guess what? We jump down on him here and attack them here, right? That way our Ana can have this garage. Right? Right now, this is not a position to where we're saying we want to keep garage, right? This is not a position. Like, we're giving them garage here. They have, like, they're a poke comp, right? Poke comp allows, like, it works on sight lines. Wherever they have sight lines to, they can effectively keep. So, if we're going to have our Ana, like, secure the spot that you want your support to have. Make sure you're securing that spot. So if we're saying we're putting him on garage, but yet we allow these people to just straight up walk around the corner and poke, we're not letting our Ana have garage here. So, but one, if you can't take that spot Ana, let your team know that you're rotating back.
Yeah.
But two,
I think
like we should have just straight up attacked them here anyway and kept garage.
Okay.
But yeah, but what's up?
I called that I heard Doom on Zeds. And
Yeah.
I think in my brain that said, like, I'm not going to be on Zeds. So
Yeah.
I just need to be more clear about, I hear Doom over there, I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when Laverne said, no, he didn't go, right? So maybe he
Right.
thought, oh, that he's going to go there anyway because
Gotcha.
Doom didn't go there. Kinda
No,
deal.
he didn't. He's at corner
He's
right
mid,
now.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
mid Z.
Yeah, we straight up, like, we're giving them Zeds, right?
He's mid high side.
We're not effectively working to
Anna's alone in
keep
the
that
back.
high ground. So yeah, like Mercy's fine around. You should be prioritizing the tanks and Genji. So you're like fine where you're at simply because like this is where our team chose to play and it's the wrong spot.
On
But if they were on Saloon, I would expect you to be up there with them on Saloon.
catwalk.
I got to drop.
I got no fly.
So again, we should be looking
Yeah.
to stage
We're
like
also-
the first, like we know this, the first thing we're doing is staging. So
Can I-
let's not,
No.
I'm
like,
on
staging is not jumping on into them on the second floor.
the Anna.
That's not staging, right? That's a hard dive. We don't want to hard
Oh, I
dive.
got hacked.
They have EMP, right?
Our tracer
Yeah.
gets
Yeah, they definitely
one
do.
up.
Doom low.
I fell here.
Jumping back high ground.
So jumping back high ground, like so what? We don't want to do this, right? We just lost our tracer. We don't have any, like, what does this do?
In that position.
It does nothing. They're double shield. They're double shield with BAP Ana. What are we doing? This is just tickling them actually.
I primal.
Right.
Drop.
Take that high ground from above
Going down.
and do something with that.
Sombra's still main and on their side.
Okay.
So like So we should be thinking. What should we be thinking? Like, what's the first? What's the first? After today, what's the first thing we should be looking for in every dive? In every dive setup.
Take the high ground.
And do what? If we can. We want to accomplish. We want to accomplish multiple objectives. What's our other objective?
Help our support get set up.
Nah, screw them. Who else? What else? Screw your supports. They suck.
Surround them.
Damn.
What's the objective? How do you move in a mobile comp?
Together.
Drop
All
on them
together.
without cooldowns.
Well, no. What do they have to do to stop you from winning the game?
Touch
Move.
Touch card. Thank you, Rev. Touch card. Right. Until we can't anymore, at least, right? Like we've accidentally gotten into a decent spot, but what if our tracer, like, what if when we set up, right, you guys soft dove and then we touch cart, right? That's free cart progress, and not only that, but if they notice it, they have to drop if they want to keep that cart from moving. So like, you know, just don't forget to don't forget about that really easy piece of win condition is touching the cart, especially against an Arisa comp. Forces them to move off of where they are if they want to keep that cart. But yes, stage on a place that's not in front of them, above them. That should be the spot above them. Crazy, I know. And then if we can, have someone touch cart. And in the beginning of fights, like when we're traveling, you can say diva, and then when we're actually soft diving, like Tracer can actually do it. So it's gonna take some time to get that rotation down. I'm not really worried about that, but as long as we're thinking about it, I'll be happy for now. But please, like, high ground, soft dive onto them. Like not continuously jumping into their face, like against a sustained comp. That lets me know that we're not always thinking about what kind of comp they have. We're just seeing 6 heroes that if we hold M1 long enough, they'll die, which is not true, right? They hold M1, we die. So, like, read their comp and act accordingly towards it.
So I should only be trying to touch card when we call a soft dive.
No?
Just any chance I get. That's
When
that's
it's,
the
uh-huh.
that's where I'm torn because I feel like if I touch cart, I'm not really taking an angle for me to like in time or like be ready for a hard dive.
Well, so it's like, so there's a point to where you can't touch card anymore, and that's so like on point A. Can you geometrically see where touching cart is no longer like has a point to it on point A?
Like right underneath gas.
Well, like
Or maybe that cubby corner.
yeah, right. Like there, it's just not worth it anymore because they're going to be huddled on that corner, right? So touching cart doesn't matter anymore. But all through point A, right? Like that's free cart push because like look where they're holding on gas, right? They're holding back, but cart is way away from them. That's free cart push that we need to be doing. But there comes to a point where on that side, that's where they're playing anyway. So no point in touching cart, right? But if you pushing cart all the way to that corner at the end where it is now, without actually having to take a fight, we didn't take a fight, right? We won all that cart space by just soft diving. So we only have to win one fight to actually take point A. Right? So yeah, you don't really need to be in a position to do a hard dive just yet. But even then, like, remember, you're touching cart. You have all of your cooldowns. If you need to triple blink to someone that drops, you can do it. or a double blink or whatever, right? Like like anyone on the ground that gets forced onto the ground, you can take care of because they're coming to you. They're not always going to stay on the high ground if they get dove, right? Like supports like to back up and get away from the fight. If they
Right.
drop, you pick them off from the cart. So like it's not it's not worthless. There will certainly be opportunities. Like if you watch Rav's review, you want to know what he did when he got dove. He jumped off the he jumped off the roof, right? So like you just be there to clean him up. You know if that happens. You know
Right.
it happens all the time. So it's not completely pointless. But like until like this happens, then like when this happens, yeah, then you can do the whole setup shindig. And now you can also like it doesn't have to be you as well. Like if you have pulse and you want to go find it, you guys can say, "Hey Diva, you push Karth this fight," right? Like it doesn't have to be you. Um, like if you yeah, so you know, uh, we'll refine like when because I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's a good base. Like Diva because like you don't want Tracer pushing it long distances just because like she's gonna get poked down easily. Diva won't. She has Matrix and she can do around cart until she needs to get off, and then she can go back for heals real quick and then retouch, right? But even then, like if the team dives, right, she's easily moving cart um, for a long period of time as well. So like I don't know. It's yeah. I would have to see us do it and study some Overwatch League footage to see like when they make that decision, that distinction. But I think it's I think it's an easy rule to start off with.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking here, like in first point, it's probably easier for me to push cart than anything because uh, Tracer's vertical movement isn't that great.
Mhm.
Like I know I only know a couple places I can set up, which is like from top cave. I know I can make that blink jump over to that gas sign,
Yeah.
or I can take the long flank around to canyon. In which point like we might have already dove. So
Yeah.
maybe for first point it might be worth me just staging on low ground if they're holding gas, of course.
Yeah. I can see that, and I would. Yeah. I mean, I like that logic. I do think Diva would need to be the one to bring it around the corner though.
Okay. So at that corner, would that be then like we're gonna try and plan a hard dive?
Yeah, it's still soft diving. Like
Okay.
like you. There's always a chance you and Genji pick someone off, right? But your monkey is sure as hell not jumping into the middle of gas station to get a pick. Like he's just going to die because he needs to leave, right? Like he can only jump on the edge. Um,
Right.
but it's very possible you and Genji kill someone if you guys get on someone at the same time and they just aren't prepared for it. But so like you can always like you don't go in not trying to kill. If you're always going in to do damage and maybe you do get the kill. But it's just remember that when you're soft diving, your time there is very limited versus when you're hard diving, you have other people actively looking to try and kill someone like, you know, with all their might. But soft diving, your monkey's only there for distraction. Like he is not planning on staying. So it's just a different mentality. Like you know, if like just like when you called Widow low, just think only Genji has a possibility of coming to help me. Versus when you're hard diving, you have three other people coming to help you, possibly.
Right.
So it's
Right.
just a slightly different mentality. Um, is how I look at it.
I think I'm too worried on trying to make plays and I end up dying for it.
Your DPS. Yeah, it's just dive is patient like that.
Yeah.
I might have to sign off soon,
Yep,
Zine.
no problem, dude. Yeah, it's all being recorded. Appreciate you coming.
We don't ever get to play
Probably gonna push
this
us pretty
map.
hard.
Barely.
They got the
Widow.
Widow Genji.
Yeah.
They're going main.
Pulling main.
They're going to
Genji
top.
coming
They're
left.
going right side.
I don't know where Brig should hold. To do this.
I don't think she should hold with me and Sigma because she's gonna lag behind.
I mean, no, you're all the same speed. She's actually faster than
Um,
Sigma, technically, because of Shield Bash.
And she can shield bash directly, almost directly to point,
Yeah.
and be in Baptiste heal range.
And if
Also-
they do, if Genji does dash us, she can whip shot him.
Yeah. I think she needs to
Or-
be with the... What's up?
Or just shield bash him and kill him right there. Like,
Or then she loses her escape.
yeah,
Oh,
but if just Genji is coming at you, that's a kill. Done.
Yeah,
And that
I
kills
meant,
their push.
yeah,
Yeah.
I meant in defense.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, her escape is W King away with the rest of you guys. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like you guys are faster than her, right? You all move at the same speed.
Honestly, Genji's the only. Yeah, I think that's the call because Genji is the only one that's a threat past shield because everything else can be blocked by Sigma shield as he.
And you're still in my sightlines. Like, I can still heal all three of you as BAP.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the call here. I think Brig would be better served holding with the core. In this case, I think, and it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I think here specifically, it makes more sense. And I was second guessing myself when I said it. I was like, no, that doesn't sound right.
Is there a chance that we do this same thing with double sniper?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So then there might be a case for Brig being with the other sniper.
Well, you're. Oh.
I mean, it splits us up into three groups. I don't know that that's great, but just like.
Oh, that's what you mean. No, one sniper would be the Sigma. Would be with the Sigma.
Right.
And the other one would be.
Because a Hanzo holding with Laverne here, when all that attention gets put on Sigma, could be fucking massive.
Yeah, but I don't know if Hanzo's span would be better with the Sigma because he'd be up closer and they have to like go underneath him. And so he could be burning shield as well as I don't know. No, okay, I think part of the positioning is we shouldn't be holding Arisa shouldn't be holding so far back. She should be holding that right corner. So I think
Low ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that right point in between the boxes and in between the boxes and that lamppost there with that lamppost.
I think
So
that's where he ends up.
Yeah, he does. Cause like if we do double sniper, even then yeah we would do Hanzo Ash. Okay, not with a yeah. Okay, no, yeah. It would be Arisa, Hanzo, Bap, and then Sigma, Brig, Ash. I think. Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah. So we absolutely could do that there. And then the rotation would be like because the normal thing is that I'm assuming they push. If they don't push, then they die because Ash. So they would push off of high ground. We always want our Orisa opposite the side that their core is pushing. And we always want our Sigma and the Sigma team the side that their supports are on. We always want them flanking. So my guess, I'm trying to figure out like, is there a way we could spy on them switching that rotation up on us? Because like that thing in the middle, that place in the middle is scary for me because they could easily switch sides without us seeing. and we can't rotate after that. Like you want your Orisa set up on the opposite side, which is why just having Orisa set up here. So I guess the rotation for Orisa then would be if they get pushed up top, is to just go up here on this high ground.
That's a long rotation, isn't it?
Well, if no, not if it's already called that. Oh, they're pushing off us off top left. It'd be a set rotation. Like that's a long time for your Orisa to rotate.
When you say here, do you mean where Bap is, or like where she is right now?
Yeah, where she is right now.
Okay.
Because that way we don't care if they push to the right or to the left at that point.
Right.
We got high ground, so we just don't care. They can't touch her anyway. Is the thing. But then I don't know if how the Sigma team knows which way to rotate once they get pushed off. I don't know. That's.
I was just
I don't know.
thinking straight back.
Well, sure, but like you want the Sigma team to not be facing the Reinhardt or whatever shield tank they have. You want them facing the supports. You want them behind them. So like if they push us off and they rotate to the right, or like the fact is our Sigma doesn't know, right? I don't think what side they push. They could drop to the middle, and then we lose LOS on them. Is the scary part. We don't have LOS on them yet.
I can still dynamite over shield if I level with them. I know I won't get the picks on the back line like I think that you're wanting, but
Well, I mean, it's just Ryan Zarya just runs into Sigma at that point. Ryan Zarya Lucio, like you want your Sigma away from the Ryan Zarya. He does not last against a Ryan Zarya. Like you want your Sigma and Ash facing their back line is what you want.
so in that case, if Laverne is if everything's in play and Laverne is still rotating, Laverne's gonna take longer to get to where he's going than we are. He could probably halt them as we pull back and around wherever we need to go. If he's on the left side, I don't know.
Are we assuming that double shield is actually still in play after the nerfs?
Yeah, we are.
Because
Yeah,
is halt really going to be useful anymore?
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? I sure as hell don't.
I'm not trying to poke a hole in it. I was just
No.
I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, maybe he could, except Halt kind of sucks now.
Yeah.
And the shield, like Sigma being there is like that's nice, but the break shield seems like it might do more than the break shield anymore. Like, you know,
one thing I think we could also do is instead of Laverne rotating, he can still hold that corner, and we would just get pushed off that high ground into Laverne. They would either push into our shields or go around, and me and Sigma can go around as well. And
see,
they'll
that's
try
the
to
thing.
push the Orisa.
That's what I'm wanting, but it's the issue is when they push you off of high ground, they can dip to the middle, and you now have no LOS on them, right? So you don't know which side they're going, and they have a Lucio, right? So like they could speed. So if you're so like I would assume you would think they're going left side, right? So the Sigma team would go to the right, but if they go to the middle and they
that's what I'm saying though. If we have Laverne stay in that right side between boxes, what I can do is I can hold the right side of box and still have LOS of that entire area and cover if I need it. Then I can watch them. If they rotate to us, then we can rotate into point, and if they rotate to the left, then me and Sigma can rotate around into behind them and Laverne would just reposition his.
So you're saying would you start there at the top right?
No. I would start at the top left where I am now,
Uh
and Laverne starts in that area you were talking about earlier between
huh.
box and the middle.
Uh
And when we get pushed off, we would go from the middle to the right into
huh. Okay.
Laverne, and
Okay.
we would either see them pushing toward us if they're
Oh, I see.
fast, yeah,
And if
or
they
if
push you guys, you
they're
just
gonna
fight
play up
there.
there,
Okay.
yeah. And if they're gonna play up there and they're indecisive, I can hold the right side of boxes, not the high ground, the low ground. That way I don't have to use my coach gun. And if they start pushing us that way, we can pull back with Laverne and fight around that corner.
Mhm.
And if they push to the left, me and Sigma can chase them behind them, and then
I
Laverne can
gotcha.
reposition his shield. Yeah. I don't know how fast it would be because they have Lucio. If we could even do that
You would,
fast
because
enough.
you'd see them coming. That's a long rotation up to the high ground, so you would
Yeah.
know that they're coming. So you would just, when you see them go in there, you would just leave. So it's plenty of time. I actually think you would coach gun up there if you do that though, because that high ground is just really good. Um, I almost wonder, because like we have, okay, well, if we're assuming Hanzo, because I would like Sigma to be able to go up there with you though, because that would just allow you to stay up there forever somehow. So like if we ran the May, she could May wall you up, May wall Sigma up, so you two
There's no
you
ma-
could go over.
There's no way to make that jump from the top of
The
the
boxes, I don't think
boxes.
so. Even with the
Okay.
Sigma tech, I don't think you could.
Okay.
So, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. He can make that rotation though. I think that rotation's worth it. I like that actually. I think we'll try that next time.
Okay. So you
So
want me to take
we'll
that high
run through it.
ground?
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think I think Sigma can make that rotation to high ground because they're not like the fight's not starting anytime soon. If you see that rotation, you just immediately leave, and I think we do that. And we might just to make it easier, we might run the Lucio, just to guarantee that we get it just for the first time. But I don't know. That may make us too weak. Uh, if they're they may without the brig, I don't know. But then again, her Inspire is pretty cut now. So we might just run the Lucio just to make sure we get it. But I think we do that. I
Now,
like that.
do you want Sigma up there to shield me off while I
We might,
fight the Widow? Is that the
yeah.
reason?
Well, like, who knows what they're gonna have? But yeah, just like you always want the Sigma in front of with the sniper, right? Just so the sniper is free to stay up there for a long time, because they have
Can
to
he
get.
just
Uh,
can he just angle his shield from the ground?
uh, he could, but then you don't have Sigma shift as well, right? Because part of
Whenever.
Sigma is being able to shift and then put up the shield and then use his body as a shield for a bit as well. So like he could, but like what value, right? Now you're missing the Sigma orbs from above their shield as well. So like that's Ash, Dynamite, and damage plus Sigma orbs going over shields. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah,
So we're just kind of losing value with Sigma there as well.
and easy accretions.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I like your idea. I think we try that. I think that's cool to try. Um, okay.
Can you check if underneath where the boxes are? Is there a staircase leading up to that high
Yes.
ground? Okay, that's not that bad of a rotation.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's under there or in snacks. I want to say it's under there though.
Oh,
Wait,
this
what?
is a recording. Yeah, that's right.
Top?
Yeah. Staircase underneath that top right stair, like the entrance. I think this.
I
I'm not sure where the staircase is.
No,
I'm
no, no.
pretty
The
sure it's
believe
staircase,
so.
here.
I
the
believe it's to the
staircase
left of snacks.
from snacks is goes up to the high ground up there.
Yeah. Is it like underneath the high ground or is it from snacks to the high ground?
It's underneath the high ground.
Okay.
Snacks doesn't go
Yeah.
anywhere because that's spawn. Snacks
Yeah,
is
yeah,
slow,
yeah.
so it doesn't
Okay.
go anywhere.
Oh,
Right.
that's a perfect rotation.
Yeah, I think that's pretty easy to make then. Yeah. I might actually run the Symmetra too. Instead of Hanto.
Would you?
I
Okay,
don't know.
so in that case, probably not even Coach Gun up there, just so I have.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So I don't take any pot shots and like risk getting shot by Widow.
Yeah, just depends on what, like if they have Mad Reaper, who cares, right? You know, but yeah, if they have
Yeah,
Widow,
yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah, you would certainly want to be with the yeah, with the Sigma rotating. Okay, I like that. I'll try that.
Cool.
So it's already been 2 hours, so going to ignore the defense and talk about the attack. Because that was a request, just so we can see how it looked.
Lucio's hacked. He's up there.
Rotate.
We go.
Probably gonna.
He's main.
Oh, we already
Full cycle.
That's defense.
where did the 3 come from?
What?
Did they push all the way?
But
Yeah.
we attacked, didn't we?
No, we defended the first.
First?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
then why do we, yeah? Why do we have 3?
Wait.
That's why. Yeah, this is
Oh,
our attack.
maybe it's the game mode.
Yeah, I
like
guess so.
the
Yeah,
custom game.
that's what threw me off.
Or control interact rather.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's what threw me off. Alright, so they're, you know, doing something like us. I guess we're doing something like them because they did it first. Double Sniper. Risa Sig. Baps in. Ultimate Poke. So we're Ryan Sig, so that automatically means we want to get in there. Because our Ryan's useless otherwise.
Alright, they're left
Hold on, high
side,
ground, have
Arissa.
Hanzo.
We want to push them off high ground here, so go right
Yep.
here. 3,
Correct
2,
call.
1, go. Go, 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 go.
We're all on fire.
It's okay, we can just wait inside.
That bat positioning
Hanzo,
isn't that
Hanzo
bad.
on-
They're off
on
high
the
ground.
floor.
They're off high ground.
They dropped.
It's,
They
They're
dropped.
left-
it's fine
they're
until we
back
take
areas.
high ground, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
what?
It's
Oh.
pretty
Snacks,
greedy.
they're snacks.
It's fine until
Okay.
there's
Left
a
side
sniper that looks at him.
Yeah.
And says,
yeah.
Hanzo?
nice.
Pressing here.
I got a shield.
Alright, so we want our core, right, facing their core. We want our Sigma and Ash are behind them. So that's what we're wanting, right? But we have our, you know, our core
Oh,
go
that's
behind
right, we
them.
fucked up here.
Yeah.
I
we,
remember this.
we did it the whole attack, right? So it's pretty awkward, right? Look at Reinhardt. Oh, well, shoot, what do I do now? And then Ash is the one shooting at the shield, right? This is not what we want. So,
They're six.
like, just
Six
look
low.
how, you know, it's just awkward, right?
Shielding
This is
back,
not how we
pushing
want the
point.
comp to run.
It felt wrong.
Yeah, like Reinhardt's like, well,
Backing.
all right. And, you know, we have our Sigma Ash shooting the shield, which, you know, we don't want.
I'm reloading. Oh.
Yeah, our Reinhardt should just get
That one?
melted. They're the ultimate poke comp. You know, Babs in, they're the ultimate poke comp. Our Reinhardt shield doesn't last.
Oh,
Shield coming
fuck,
down, hands
I
up.
missed that shield.
Oh, sorry, Rav. I
Shield.
tried to heal
Big
you.
right side.
They're rotating to us. They're surrounding us.
So, next fight.
Press.
Help Lux.
What the hell? Better zoom in.
Tapping point.
We do it again.
Point.
There's really nothing to it, right? We just played the comp wrong, and
Ash
it
is
feels
back.
it just feels terrible.
We did it twice.
No, we do it the
Just
whole
want to play
attack.
slow, just LOS
Oh,
if possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got dynamited up top.
So,
Alright, we need a full back now.
right. So, alright,
All the way
it
back.
just looks bad and feels bad.
We're gonna have dragon here.
Good
All
news,
the
we
way
don't have
back.
to go against this
All
comp
the way
ever
back.
Maybe.
again.
I guarantee you they'll still run it in pros. Somebody will.
Alright, they're
You're
I
gonna.
mean, Sigma only lost 200, so like you don't play Sigma for his shield anyway. Like if anything will change, it's Lucio that instead of Brick. If anything will change, like Poke is still really good. That didn't get nerfed. Poke is still extremely good. So like you'll still see double shield, just maybe Lucio now.
They're gonna have Bob
Maybe.
too, and
Might even see like on a Bab instead because of crazy antis. Who knows? But like it's just Brig. That's the question mark. Everything else is still the exact same.
Dragon.
Yep.
All right, so let's dragon and push in with it. But let's
I'll
wait
say-
to dragon until we get close. Let's take some space.
So they're
Dragon,
giving us
and then
space.
take the
Cool.
rest of the space.
Okay.
Cora should go to the right.
Sig, use hands.
Alright,
Ash
I'm
above,
dragging
Ash
We go to the left, right.
pressing right.
So,
Oh,
like,
man.
there's nothing here. There's nothing to see. It's just we just don't even give the comp the chance to play.
You're all
I
left.
got Zen. Ash is high ground. Ash is high ground.
Right, our Ryan is holding right click the whole time.
The shatter is huge.
Repositioning the shield.
Yeah, all they're doing is keeping us away,
Ash low. Ash low.
and that's what poke is. That's what the comp's
Sig,
designed to
sig,
do.
sig, sig,
And we can't
sig,
ever
sig,
touch.
sig.
Like it doesn't matter.
Pop's
You know?
gone.
Damn, I got headshotted.
So the answer is
Get it
Shield
back
down, shield
up.
down, shield
do it right, forehead.
down. You're backing out.
All right.
Yeah, probably
Dragon
don't
enemy
even.
moving right side.
Probably
This
really
is
don't even
so
get
sad.
Yeah.
On point. So Hanzo. That's high ground. That's high ground.
Right. Again, you see, our Reinhardt never has. He's hadn't got a chance to swing at all. He's never once met their Orisa.
Bap.
So
Ash
an easy
point,
way to
or
think
Ash-
about
Ash
it
there,
is main
spawn, Ash
shield
there.
main shield v main shield.
They're surrounding you.
Like at the like the most basic, but like the what you're thinking with it still
It's shift.
They dropped.
is.
Right side.
They're rotating to.
Alright, so we have Reinhardt. He doesn't like distance, right? So close the distance on the distance heroes. So the closest distance is not from back to front. It's from like front to back, right? If you're going from the back, you meet Orisa, like you're the furthest point away from their Orisa, versus if you attack main shield to main shield, you're closing the distance against their Orisa. But not only that, like that's only part of it. Still, like even then, like I would argue that Orisa is just better in this situation. You could still play it. We could have just done this with Orisa Sig. Like the main thing is our Sigma and Ash not going up against the shield is the big thing. If their shield is facing our Reinhardt, our core, then Ash is free and Sigma are free to push and damage from the other side without a shield. If they devote a shield to either side, we win either way because their Orisa shield is going to melt because it's paper. And our Reinhardt shield is better, so now we just blow up their shield or just go through their shield and deal damage from the core, right? So like if they divert their attention, they are in trouble, right? So they have to put double shields in one or the other is what we're hoping for. So that does like fall flat a bit if we're Orisa Sig, right? Because we fall victim to the same thing. If we're Orisa Sig, then our Orisa shield will die first because they are the ultimate poke comp and we aren't technically. So like you could argue that Reinhardt for that is better because he has better sustain than the Orisa. So I think for that reason you would keep the Reinhardt. I think because we are playing that Do-Si-Do style, probably want the Lucio here. Just to help draw Reinhardt back because again he's not looking to poke. He's not looking to get in there until like he feels that the pressure is off him a bit, to where he can attack. So I think we do the Lucio there. I don't think Brig gets as much value in this case because the Ash shouldn't really need the Brig repair packs because it's different when you're attacking versus defense because you get to dictate the tempo on attack. So I think we'll try that next time. So yeah, I will definitely request Blizz World next time during the scrim so we can try this stuff out.
Cool.
But yeah, already been nearly 2.5 hours, so I'm not gonna go any longer. I know people are tired of hearing me talk. So yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna go over my headshot montage on.
You played the game? Wait, what'd you do?
If we're gonna
Against
go
Tracer.
if we're gonna go over a Nox not montage